I sat there absolutely speechless and thought to myself, what can I say? I don't know anything. Karmapa gave me the following task. When you are in the West, you should build a temple, a monastery, and a retreat center, and teach the Dharma. You should not restrict your Dharma activity to one country or one small area. Instead, spread the Dharma everywhere. In that way, many people will come into contact with and develop confidence in the Dharma. You must go soon, because the time is ripe, and one must act at the right time. People in Europe have very strong emotions, and the situation could change quickly. Therefore, you must go to the West now. Times will become more difficult. If the Dharma is not established everywhere, enormous suffering will occur, similar to the suffering which beings experience in the hell realms. If we succeed in spreading the Dharma everywhere, this suffering will be minimized. We need to provide people with the possibility of understanding their emotions, of distinguishing between the positive and the negative, so that they can act in a positive way. This would really benefit the world, and therefore I am sending you to the West. It is extremely important to truly benefit beings, and for this it is essential that the Dharma is introduced everywhere. One night the Karmapa sent a monk called Chogyal to pick me up. I told the monk, "Not now, before dawn. One can still see the stars in the sky. It is still night." Chogyal explained that the Karmapa had requested him to bring me immediately, and for this reason I should come along. I refused once again, yet he insisted and said that he would wait for me until I came. So I went to the Karmapa. He was sitting on a large chair on the terrace in front of his house. At the other end of the terrace there was a similar chair, and Karmapa told me that I should get it and sit next to him. The chair was too heavy for me to carry, so the Karmapa himself helped me to bring the chair over. The Karmapa invited me to sit down and then blessed me. He put both hands on my head and recited a prayer to the lineage. Dorji Chang, Tilo, Naro, Mapa, Mila, and so on. The Karmapa recited this prayer 3 times and told me that now he had transferred to me the entire transmission and blessing of the lineage. This made me into a holder of his lineage. Then he prayed to the Dharma protectors, Dakas and Dakinis, informing them that he had passed on the transmission to me and that they should provide their protection and support. He also recited this 3 times. I was so overwhelmed that I could only cry. I thought, what is this great master saying? And I looked around 3 times to be sure that no one saw me. I was truly embarrassed that the Karmapa had given me, a simple Lama, the transmission, and that he paid so much attention to me. My eyes were full of tears, and I was trembling from excitement. It was a shock for me. Up to now, I have hardly spoken of this event where the Karmapa made me a holder of his lineage. At that time, the Karmapa told me so many things. Even until today, the memory of this brings tears to my eyes. Then the Karmapa showed me pictures of all kinds of temples and monasteries, one after another, and told me that I should build something similar in Europe. We sat like this until dawn. The Karmapa advised me on so many things. Then tea was served. The Karmapa also said, "Your abilities to accomplish all this are not from this life, but from previous lives. The 2 of us have been working together for the Dharma during many lifetimes. This is where your present karma comes from. You are like a pioneer for my work. It is your karma to go to the West now. Even if you wanted to attain Buddhahood in this life, it wouldn't be possible. For 2 more lifetimes, you will continue to work together with me for the Dharma. Thereafter, you don't need to take rebirth anymore, and you will be fully enlightened. I myself will definitely manifest in this world as the Karmapa for another 3 or 4 lifetimes. After that, my activity will spread wider through many manifestations, but without the name Karmapa. Also, you don't need to worry about who will take care of the centers in the future. Shamar Rinpoche will be there and look after them. Finally, he told me, you should always decide on your own, and you have my full personal support. You can always refer back to me and say that you were acting on my behalf. I will be there for you to see how you are doing and what you do. You can be certain of my total support. In addition, I will give a letter of authority to take with you. I told the Karmapa that I didn't need this, but he answered, no, there will be a time when you need this personal written clarification, and it is better if you would take this now. But I said, I don't need it. If you, as the Karmapa, say that everything will work out, I don't need any written authorization. In fact, later there were difficulties regarding the temple project and the retreat center. At the time, Jamila was together with the Karmapa in America and told him about these troubles in France. Consequently, the Karmapa sent a letter in which he said, things should be arranged exactly as Lama Gendun decides. There should be no further discussions. He wrote that he had given me his full blessing and that people should not have any doubts regarding my decisions. And everything developed very well. Whatever the Karmapa says will be fulfilled. It might be that I have forgotten some of the Karmapa's instructions, but Lama Jamila knows them all. You can ask him. He was always with the Karmapa. He lived in his rooms, ate with him. He was always with him, even when he traveled.